welcome to Cruising with Kayfabe. I'm Mongo.
Emily.
And I'm Jeff. How you
Oh, we
doing?
didn't even. I was like, we probably should have told Ninja. Wow. Yes, we are joined by
Nope.
Smokey, aka Jeff, for our predictions tonight. My fault. I forgot to tell him when we usually introduce him, so I threw him off. My bad.
I got it though. I got it.
You are. You're a professional. You're a professional.
I
But yeah,
try.
we're getting ready to go all in. Unfortunately, Rachel couldn't join us tonight, but she is here in spirit. I know Jeff's got her picks ready for us. But
I
per
do.
usual, Smokey and Rachel are going to be part of the pre-show because we're going to get ready to go y'all in. I can't wait. That's why it's in the bottom corner of the screen here. Instead of all in, it's y'all in time. I'm so
Y'all
excited. I'm
in?
ready to talk about this.
I am.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of potential.
Ready. Been waiting all week.
Yep. And there's a lot of potential
This
for
is
a lot of
probably
different stuff
bad.
to happen.
This is probably. Oh, sorry.
No, I'm just saying a lot of
There's
potential for a
so
lot
much
of
to
different
like
things to
already.
happen. Yep. And a lot of different ways they could go. And as you can tell, everybody, I am in my car right now. So a little different venue tonight.
True. True dedication. Got a little. But yeah, like
Oh,
I was like, I'm excited to see this potential pay per view of the year. This has a feeling. I mean, it definitely it feels big. This is probably the biggest pay per view build and feeling in a long time that I feel is gonna live up. I mean, this kind of feels like that first Double or Nothing or that first big All Out like 2021. It's this is a huge build. It feels almost like WrestleMania for AEW. This feels huge this week.
yes, it does. Good build up all week.
Good evening, Jesse. And I don't know about you guys, but
What's up,
after
Jesse?
some good wrestling, I've been so 50-50. I've been so 50-50 on these predictions. I've been so back and forth. And Jeff, I don't envy you because you got the honor of going first pretty much for every prediction tonight. It's going to be a rough one because I don't think I've gone this back and forth in a long time.
There were several matches I had to really think about where the direction they might want to go with was. Like Hart didn't even matter because there's just too much to go on.
There is. I know you, Emily. You've been kind of.
I couldn't decide until last second. I did the rest of my notes. Like, mental notes were happening, but I actually wrote things down around 5 tonight, and I was like, I didn't even do my pick'ems until I was done my notes to be sure that I knew what I wanted, because my heart is just so full right now. This is like the best night that we're going to have. And it's not even going to be a night show, it's a matinee.
I love it. During the
Yep.
day matinee.
Yep. I'll be watching it
So
between
we're
softball
going to
games
get right
tomorrow.
into it with some of.
Oh no!
I guess we got to start out with your favorite team, though. We got to start out with the man, the myth, the youngest man alive, the Outrunners, taking on FTR and a follow up from that classic on Collision. So I'm so excited. But Jeff, I want to hear your thoughts and obviously what Rachel's thoughts. Who do you think wins this match, and kind of how do you see it going?
So Rachel has the Outrunners winning because really at heart, she is a runner. She's a runner at heart. So, no, I just figured for her, she kind of, her typical thing. But I figured she was going to be an outrunner because this one wasn't announced yet when she did her predictions for me. So I told her, I said, "You want the Outrunners to win, right?" And she's like, "Yeah." She's like, "They're just going to win." I said, "Okay." She really didn't have any clever lines or anything else. So, and she's like, "Fuck FTR," pretty much. So,
I love it.
and
See,
of course,
that embodies
on this
Rachel
one,
perfectly.
yeah. So on this one, we actually agreed. I actually picked the runners this time finally. So my reasoning is there's too much vascularity and too much youth to lose this match. Payback time for the Outrunners, baby. Plus, I used my line kind of for Rachel, but fuck FTR. You son of a
Fuck
bitch.
those assholes.
Yep.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. Where to start? All right, Emily. Do you got the youngest, most vascular, or you got FTR bald and FTR hair?
So I do want to say that I hope that they open the show. I hope that they are the first 0 hour or the one right before, like the main
Hmm.
event 0 hour. I think that this is going to be so energetic, comical because you've got Stokely and the Outrunners. Like, yes. And I don't like this is just going to bring that big energy feel that we need in 0 hour to tune you in. And can we just talk about how they're putting two of their best tag teams into 0 hour so that we can really focus on the product? We've had so
Yeah.
many new AEW fans, and I think it's so smart to include so many talented wrestlers in the free show.
Emily just answered your question, Matt. I think it's on zero
Yep.
because that main show is already so stacked, and I don't think they want them to get lost in the sauce. So I think
Showcase.
0 hour, I feel like gets
Yes.
such a bad rep, but their pre-shows are just as good as their pay-per-views. So I don't think it's too much of a knock.
Mhm.
I think sometimes the pre show is actually not better, but it adds that extra spice that you needed because it helps, again, it brings in more of the people, and that's what you want. You want people that were teetering buying the pay per view to be like, oh, yeah, that's right. They are the best wrestlers.
And to answer Ronda, yes, we did see a few more. We saw that the Chain Taylor Promotions versus the Von Erichs and the Sons of Texas are added, and also something else was added last
The
night.
Big
Big Boom
Boom.
AJ versus and the conglomeration versus Don Cal's family. So we don't have those
Oh,
predictions, but
okay.
we know those are added. So
Okay.
I think Zero is shaping up to be fun.
If we have time, we'll talk about them after.
Yeah,
Well, and
maybe
this
separate
should be a good
matches.
match too because both these teams know each other. I mean, we did have the FTR runners for a while, so I have a feeling that
I
this
know
will be
it's
a
full of
pretty good
characters too.
match. Of course.
Oh, I have the Outrunners winning, of course, because again, they're just so vascular.
I mean, they've had a hell of a rookie year, so I also am going to go for the Outrunners because
4 for 4 on the first
yeah, this is
prediction.
this has got to be a first that we're all. But the thing is, I can't bet
Got
on
it.
truth. I can't bet on truth. I mean, I can't get against truth, and I can't bet against Turbo. I can't. I shouldn't go with my heart, but I'm going with my heart. Like you said, Jeff, they lost on Collision. This is the one they get back because they're not done with FTR,
Mm-mm.
and they showed the world how good they are. Now let's show the world again on the biggest stage how good they are.
Yep.
And then we are going to start the main card. Again, this is no particular order. It's just an order that I tried to go because I tried to put the hardest matches last to be
Yep.
perfectly transparent. Um, so, Jeff, again, you got the hard choice going first, but we have Kyle Fletcher versus Adam Cole for the TNT title, baby.
Yep. Well, Rachel, this is another one of her guys. So pretty much Rachel's Adam Cole, baby. She loves her baby, so she's definitely a little biased on this one. So I'm gonna say her heart pick is Adam Cole, baby. Now, in true Jeff and Rachel
I
fashion,
like it. I like it.
now it's my pick, which is the complete opposite. Even though I do love me some baby, but I'm going with the Proto Star. It's a shorter run than I would have liked to seen for Adam Cole, considering the injuries he came back from and all that. But I feel the Protostar is ready to showcase what he's been doing. I mean, he's tearing it up. He looks fucking great. Like, I feel like he's really close to ready or ready. So I think it's his time to shine. So there's going to be some really good spots in this match, and I think it's also going to be a pretty solid match. So, but I'm going with the Protostar.
I like it. I like it. All right. So, Emily, I know you were kind of conflicted on this for a little bit because you also like both of them. You're also an Adam
Yep,
Cole
it's tough.
person, but I know, I
It's
know
tough.
that you like to say his full name. I know you like you some Kyle Fletcher and that pink.
So here's the thing. Adam Cole's chase for the title against Garcia, perfection. Loved it. You wanted to hate it, loved it, everything about that. Fantastic. Where has that fight been? No one has been able to really touch him in a solos match. That's really just annoying.
Hey,
Hey,
hey.
Rachel. So as much
Rachel,
as I
get to
do
work.
love Adam Cole, I feel like it's just been a lackluster title run in comparison to where he was previously in the chase for it. And we always say that the chase is better for a face.
Especially for the yep,
I see a
always.
lot of I see a lot of trios potential with the Paragon. I see a lot of that happening. I'm ready for Kyle Fletcher to make his solo run. I'm ready to see this defended every week. I'm ready to see Collision get taken over by the Don Callis family, get them off of Dynamite. Give us a fighting champion, Kyle Fletcher.
Nice.
So before I go, unfortunately Rachel is in the minority with Adam Cole because only 14% of people said Adam Cole and 86% said Kyle Fletcher, the protostar, to get singles gold. And I guess
Wow.
I'm gonna join you guys. I think Kyle Fletcher also gets his first taste of singles gold, and I think he turns the strap pink. I think we get a pink
Oh,
TNT title belt. And I think he's just going to be so over the top heelish with this. Like you said, it's going to be that workhorse champion, but it's going to be the faces going against him. It's going to help elevate that title in Collision. I agree. I think we get a pink TNT title. That's my first tinfoil of the night. I know that Matt Harding wants Adam Cole, but Alex, for you, buddy, I know you're not an Adam Cole guy. It's time for the Fletchlight section to take over. Fletcher is getting the
oh, you can't
gold.
say that.
I
The
said
Fletchlight.
like the movie
I heard it.
Chase.
I heard it. I heard it. I like it. The
I
Fletchlight.
enunciated. I agree with Rondo.
Bad enough he calls himself the Proto Star.
And Proto should have for the tag team name. It's fantastic. But yeah, book that right now. I definitely that's an unfortunate typo. Well, I didn't even notice, Matt, so I'm going to point it out for everyone. What was your typo? Oh,
Adam
I like
Come, baby.
that one. Especially with our conversation. That's amazing.
I think we're going to see a new item available in the merch store. Maybe Sky
Oh,
Blue's
my goodness.
Patreon.
Oh, wow. Okay, we're not going to go there. And Matt says, I'm here for Fletchlight. Well, I can't take credit for
Yep.
that one, Matt.
You said it.
That was good.
It's not mine. I saw it on Twitter a while ago. There was a sign that said Fletchlight section 2.
Yeah, I saw that.
Now we're going to go to a match that I'm low-key excited for, and I didn't miss Jesse's point. I didn't see your point. I do think that Adam Cole and Kyle Fletcher will be sneaky good. Another match that's going to be sneaky good right here. A lot of people aren't paying attention to this. The Ops versus Death Riders. But the Death Riders with Gabe fucking Kidd. So Gabe Kidd and Samoa Joe in the same ring. Gabe Kidd and Will Hobbs in the same ring. And then his mentor, which we just saw a classic match with Shibata. We have some great matchups here. I think this trios match is going to be fun. I think this is what you need to be that like cool down match before the Battle Royal or before Kenny Omega. I think this is going to be that fun over the top trios match where it's just going to be meat slapping meat and people getting thrown around. Yuta's going to get tossed around like a bitch in this one.
Yes, he is. He's definitely the bump guy.
Something interesting. Yes, something interesting that Yuta said in that promo yesterday was something about that you can't hurt me as much as the Death Riders have hurt me. Something along those lines. That's very telling.
It is. It is.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of telling, Jeff, are you ready to tell the world who you and Rachel think are going to be the trios champions after all in? Do you think the Ops keep it? Or do you think this new version of Death Riders with the mercenary Gabe Kidd are going to get some gold?
Rachel went with and still champions the Ops. She did not give me a whole lot of notes on this particular one, but she's picking the Ops. And I did see the slapping meat. But in typical Jeff and Rachel fashion,
Rachel.
I picked the Death Riders and Gabe Kidd just to keep it real. I feel like the Death Riders need some shit to go their way to make this story seem stronger instead of weaker. I feel like this will be a big thing before their implosion because everybody's seeing the implosion. You're seeing these hints, you're seeing these tidbits, these Easter eggs, whatever. Well, I feel like them winning this trios would go, hey, fuck you. Look, we're stronger than ever, not weak. You know what I mean? Which then can set it up more for future. So with my thinking, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go with the Death Riders because I feel like It's really going to be the start of the implosion, except a different way. Also, I feel like this is going to be a very physical and hard hitting match, kind of like what Matt commented with the slapping meat, because both sides definitely don't like each other. And now my tinfoil hat shit, which God, there could be so much. So, does Hook come out and cost the Ops the victory? Do we get a surprise appearance from the Bang Bang Gang? Guns up! So, there's a couple of tinfoils I'm throwing in.
I like it.
I didn't think of them coming in for this one. I like that.
For some reason, my head started
So
spinning on tinfoil stuff.
Welcome to the club.
You felt it.
Oh, it was heavy on this
Welcome to the
pay-per-view.
club. We keep food fresh. We keep food hot, and we keep our ideas flowing. The Tinfoil Club. Welcome.
Yeah, baby. I got the wrong hat on, but
That's okay.
All right, so I'm taking a deep breath because I know I'm going to be alone on this. Maybe Rachel had some of these same thoughts.
Are you a lone
I'm
wolf?
going to pretend it. I am not a lone wolf because Rachel also picked the Ops.
Yep.
I also have Hook interfering, but I think he's going to shock us. I think he's going to help them. And, right? Thank you. Crown me. So, I think it's time to see the Death Riders go away for a bit, looking for a hard-hitting match after seeing Gabe Kidd's match on Wednesday or Thursday, whatever night it was. But I'm looking forward to, like, the heavy chops that we heard.
The strong style.
Yeah, that strong style. I'm
Stiff.
looking forward to seeing that again. And there's such potato hits. It's insane.
You go, Matt. You have meat and potatoes, Matt. You can't go wrong.
So, question for you guys. You know that Moxley has a match. Do you think that Marina Shafir is ringside for this match as well?
Absolutely. She's when the Death Rider's around, she's around. I think she is.
Pretty much. I mean,
get into a little bit of a fray at some point.
That's what I was gonna say next. Is, do you see Willow here, or is there potential later?
That's true. Now it's funny that you and Rachel went with the Death Riders because only 25% of the poll went with the Death Riders.
No, only
only
Jeff has gone with them.
Only me. I'm the minority.
Oh, you went with the Ops?
Yeah, I went with the
Yep.
Ops.
Oh, just kidding. So Jeff, only you've got. So I guess I'm pulling a Jeff because I'm also going with a shock victory of the Death Riders because someone took my tinfoil. You both did. I think Hook is screwing over Samoa Joe because he showed up at Double or Nothing and walked away, and we had nothing since then. We've had nothing since then. We've had no answers, no development. He seemed upset. Even on Twitter, Hobbs said, "Hey, you're not out of the Death Riders. We just stepped up to help you." But they never helped him. They never acknowledged him. He's angry. And then another thing you have with the whole Hook situation is John Moxley on Thursday specifically said, "I'm looking around the world for people who have this, who have that guts, who have the strength, who have the know-how, who want to do this." He saw that in Yuta. I think he sees it in Hook. I think Hook becomes a Death Rider. I think he's sick of the disrespect. I think he's sick of being overlooked. I think he joins the Death Rider. I think he has a heel turn, and I think he helps them win the title. And again, it sets up something for Forbidden Door. I have Eddie Kingston's going to be keep an eye on that name tonight because Gabe Kidd, Eddie Kingston, unfinished business. And I think that involves them getting the trios titles, so that way Eddie Kingston can maybe help out being an honorary member of the Ops to help out at Forbidden Door. That's kind of where I'm leaning with this one. So that was my tinfoil.
And just asking, Eddie broke his leg during that match with Gabe Kidd.
Yes, he suplexed him to the outside, and his leg hit the barricade.
Hit the guardrail just right.
And
Yeah.
him and Eddie have had words. They've had beef, and I agree with Jesse. He said he could see him helping. I could see Hook helping the Ops too, but I see the Swerve. I guess my tinfoil says I see Hook helping the Death Riders.
I don't want it to go that way though.
I do. Hook works as a heel. He is funny, but he works better as a heel, I think.
Yeah.
Either way, I think it's gonna be a good match. But another match that's gonna be fantastic, and I wish the Outrunners were involved in this one. I wanted more teams to be added. I really wanted all 5 teams to be in this match with a ladder, but I know it's alone. It is the tag team title match. JetSpeed versus the Patriarchy versus the Hurt Syndicate for the AEW Tag Team Championship match. A triple threat match where the Hurt Syndicate does not have to be involved in the decision and is no disqualification. So it's a big test for all three teams. But Jeff and Rachel, what do we got? What do we got?
Okay, so Rachel has the Hurt Syndicate. She says they are over with the fans and they are not done with their current title reign yet. And then, unfortunately, I have to agree with Rachel because we fucking hurt people. I don't see this being. I don't see this being the match to take the titles away from them. They're also going to be extremely pissed off and extremely violent because of getting jumped this week. So they're not going to be happy about it. So they're going to get very violent and they're going to hurt people. Whoop!
I like it. All right. So, do you have JetSpeed? Do you have the Hurt Syndicate, or do you have the father and son duo, the Patriarchy?
You ruined me. I thought I was content with this match, and then he's like bringing everybody. So I have this whole other setup here. However, I want to see the Hurt Syndicate win this because I also want to see MJF hold gold or chase the title with them. I think that it would be very intriguing to have all of them holding gold. I think that's why MJF teamed up with them. I think that that's the reason MJF teamed up with them. However, like I said, Manga ruined this. He ruined my expectations and hopes for this match. I need more beef in the ring. Maybe at All Out, we get a multi-man tag match featuring the Outrunners, FTR, JetSpeed, Patriarchy. Give us the Guns, everything. I want to see the Guns stepping up to the Hurt Syndicate because I feel like the Guns are one of the ones with the most potential against them.
Why are you taking my ideas from last month?
I'm just saying. I think this is now what I want to see. Like, this is booked in my brain. I need to see it at All Out. I need this.
I think Ronda's onto something there. The FTR could cost the Patriarchy because there was some tension on Collision when Christian speared them, and again, him being arrogant and promising FTR feeling slighted out of this. And if our predictions are correct, and the Outrunners win, FTR gonna be really pissed off. So you talked about the Hurt Syndicate being pissed off. I think we got some good. We got Jesse saying the Hurt Syndicate, the stipulation All Out. You guys agree with the most? I mean, it's 58% says the Hurt Syndicate, 32% says the Patriarchy, and about 10% says JetSpeed.
I would agree with that.
JetSpeed had a chance when it came to the underdog role. However, we hurt people. I got to go with the Hurt Syndicate. I got to go with my brain instead of my heart. As much as I'd love to see the father and son and all the shenanigans Christian could pull, I don't think it's time yet. And I think Ronda is thinking the same thing I'm thinking, that the Patriarchy gets taken out by FTR. But I agree. I think the Hurt Syndicate comes out, and I think they just destroy everyone. It just look dominant. It's not a happy ending for any of the tag teams. But that's also because I agree. Emily took my thunder there a little bit, because everyone that the Hurt Syndicate has taken out has disappeared. Private Party, the Guns, they all are going to come back. They're all going to want revenge, and I agree with them. I think there's going to be some sort of multi-ladder match, or maybe we see, because this is what I was thinking this morning, the very first Casino Tag Team Gauntlet for the gold, where they will almost do like I don't know what you call it, when you stand in the ring, when they keep doing it. I can't think of the name of that right now, where they keep until you pin, you lose. I think the Hurt Syndicate will be in. They just have the ring's going to fill up like a gauntlet style, and they're going to have to try to defend their titles. And I think it's going to be everyone who they've beaten. I think that your idea with MJF with the gold is good too, but I think that it's going to be like the entire division has to take them down. That's kind of where I see them losing. It's the entire division has to kind of stand up against them to keep them protected. So I'm overbooking this here. I'm pulling a Jeff Jarrett, making this a mess. But at the end of the day, it's the Hurt Syndicate, because I think that it's going to be a bunch of teams that eventually do it.
Something we forgot to point out is that Nick Wayne had the shit beat out of him last night.
And tonight.
And he just had the shit beat out of him tonight. And Wednesday, I believe he also wrestled.
The tinfoil hat is infectious. I love this. It's spreading to the comments now. Jesse with a great one. Tinfoil, what if MJF gets in a match with Hammerstone? Holy shit, that would be phenomenal.
I mean, there is the gauntlet.
There's so much. When that comes up, that's going to be really... You thought my tinfoil was crazy, my overbooking was bad. Wait till you get to the gauntlets. But we're not there yet, because here's one that I think is going to be divisive. We have the Bucks versus Swerve and Ospreay, and there's so many ways this can go, because both ways have an amazing story potential. But Jeff, again, you get the hardest part. Do the Bucks
Hold on one second.
for
some reason my earbuds went out.
Or do they lose them? Oh no,
I don't know what the heck just...
Jeff's ears. Gotta love technology. Or wins the gauntlet and makes a tag team matches title Oh, that could be a good one too. Him winning the tag team titles and going for... Ooh, I like that. I like the way you think.
Yeah, he does. Okay, I'm back.
This weekend.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I do like where Jesse's head's at.
Perfect.
Yeah.
No worries.
And I like where Jesse's head's at on some of that stuff. I did see the comments while I was messing with that. So, okay, we're at Bucks. Okay, gotcha. All right, so Rachel is actually going to vote against Will Ospreay for the first time, I think, ever.
Holy crap.
She is taking the Young Bucks.
Okay?
I don't know. But she actually threw a little tinfoil hat in and said that some of the Death Riders get involved for the Young Bucks. And she said she thinks it might turn bloody. And she said it really hurt her heart to go against Swerve and Will. And like I said, I think this is the first time ever for her not predicting Will.
I think so.
Well,
I've ever heard her pick Will.
Yeah. Agreed. Well, unfortunately, I got to break the streak, and I agree with Rachel. I'm picking the Young Bucks. I am really curious to see what kind of storylines can develop with Will and Swerve out of the title picture for a year. That leaves a lot of room for a lot of other people to do stuff. That's going to have effect on all these storylines that are currently happening. So, on the same note, though, the end of the EVPs could mean the end of the Death Riders, since they no longer have that kind of support and backing from the AEW executives. So I'm kind of there. And then, yes, Rhonda and several of the comments, I agree, this could be our Jack Perry sighting. There's another tinfoil I had too. So I'm with you guys on that Jack Perry.
I like it.
Ooh, want the Bucks.
The Bucks are losing. Okay.
I like it.
I like this. Everyone's getting the tinfoil. We're all sharing this round. We're all in. So, Emily.
So is
it EV Bruv? Is it EVB? Do we get my EVB? Or do they not challenge for the title for a year?
I don't think I've ever gone against Ospreay either. Maybe like once. I had the Bucks, but now I'm wondering, what if there's a tie? What if it just ends? Like, what if for some reason, there's like a draw, like time draw, something happens, or disqualification?
I don't think they would do that at pay-per-view.
It's the EVPs. What if they just walked away? Keep their title. Fuck this, I'm out.
I don't think, no, because I think they would have to run it back. I don't think not the biggest pay-per-view of the year. If this was a Dynamite, 100%. Not at the pay-per-view. I couldn't see that. That's 2019 Vince McMahon. I don't think they would do it.
Well, I do have to say I agreed with Jeff. So going back to the Bucks, my notes I have, there's so much to look at here. All four of them have so much to lose. However, there's another coveted title that I would love to see both of them go after tonight or tomorrow night. I think that losing the EVP title, what does that actually mean for the Bucks? Can we go over that?
They lose their power.
But define what their power is.
They lose their legitimate power in AEW. They won't be able to book matches. They won't be able to call the shots. They're just going to be talent.
I know what this means. I'm just saying dumb it down for the people that may not have already been watching this for a while.
That's what I'm saying. They literally lose all their power. They lose their stroke. They lose. There you go, Matt. They lose their stroke. They lose their pull. They're not able to have any type of pull. So, yeah, I think it would basically mean they go from that to just the founding fathers, and they stick with the founding fathers, and they can run that back that they're originals, and they founded the company, but they'll have the same amount of power as Jack Perry. They'll have the same amount of power as John Moxley. They won't have
Mhm.
power to veto things. They won't be able to make matches or not make matches. So it's an interesting dynamic. So do you think the Bucks are keeping their titles, or do you think
No, the Bucks are gonna win.
okay? So this one is split on our polls. I didn't think it would be this split. It's literally
Wow.
50-50. It's literally
Damn.
50-50. I don't know if you can see the pie chart very well. Looks like
Yeah.
Pepsi won.
Kinda. Yeah.
We don't talk about that here.
I mean, fine. Looks like a
I like I
Pibb
like Coke.
extra.
Sure. Whatever.
Pibb extra. Mr. Pibb, cheer wine. Let's go. Jesse will know about the cheer wine. It's overly sugary, but it's delicious. I definitely agree with Henry because this is what I've been saying for a while, for a long time. Jack Perry is fucking pissed off. He came back in April after being suspended and making a name for himself in Japan. He attacked Tony because the Bucks told him, "You're a member of the elite. Stick with us. You're going to rise to the top." He got his TNT title run. Then he was tied to a bus and he was left in a barn to basically die. Then he got the shit kicked out of him, set on fire, lost his title, and the Bucks were like, "Our bad, dog." Then he goes to Japan and he does all that and he loses again. They're like, "Our bad, dog." He's not going to help the Bucks. He's coming to cost the Bucks their EVP titles. He is going to screw the Bucks over, not because he likes Ospreay and Swerve, but because he's basically screw you. I came back. I'm still your scapegoat. You still don't respect me. He is screwing the Bucks over. Ospreay and Swerve win. It changes the dynamic. I think that's why they've been really leaning into that founding fathers gimmick more. So that way they have that other little like shtick going on. But I will say, my pick is to lock down is the Bucks losing, Swerve and Ospreay winning. I will say if Ospreay and Swerve lose, I can see it because think about it. If Hangman were to win the title, Swerve can't challenge him for a year. So that
Mm-hmm.
already keeps that instant rematch away, lets that simmer more. Ospreay wouldn't be able to challenge until about Wembley. It keeps that.
Mm-hmm.
So even if they do lose, it's not going to hurt them. It just sets it up to give them storyline reason why they don't go right after the title and why other people. But doesn't mean they can't go after the unified title or
Exactly
the
what I
tag
want to
team
see.
Mm-hmm.
titles. So I can
Yep.
see it going both ways. But please, Jack Perry, screw those Bucks over and just do it and go
What
on your
if?
own because I think he needs to shed that and level up.
Well,
So
what if he screws them over, but it doesn't actually work? What if he tries to screw the Bucks and then ends up screwing over Swerve and Will? Because that was my thing. I wasn't picking him necessarily to help the Bucks. I was picking him kind of just to be involved and cost somebody the match. So
I agree. I like that Jesse says he works better as do because Pepsi is a Carolina staple. I I do not. I like Pepsi. I'm a Diet Pepsi person myself, but I like back the old Pepsi Blue. Bring back Pepsi Blue. That was my jam. I know it's bad for you and every chemical in the world, but that stuff was delicious.
well, so is Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew's terrible
Can you
for you
imagine
too.
face Jack Perry? I can because,
Yeah.
but it's delicious. And I agree with Henry. I'd love to face Jack Perry. Him and
Hmm?
Killswitch get that reunion like Emily's been wanting. And how about this? Marco Stunt may be retired from in-ring action, but he could be a mouthpiece. He could be a manager.
Yes,
We
it
can get
can.
a Jurassic Express. I'm saying we're going to get it next year. We're going to have Jurassic Express and Best Friends reunion. Book it. It's happening. What a way to set it up.
Ooh, nice.
And now one of the hardest. Now one of the hardest ones to book. The hardest
Uh-oh.
ones to predict.
I have a few questions going into this.
Is that good or bad? They have a few questions.
Well, I think that the Google machine was kind of a little broken on its translation of what this match actually is. So I just want to ask you if the rules I read were actually true.
We've seen this one. So this is the match. The Casino Gauntlet works where 1 and 2 will enter, and then every
Mm-hmm.
few minutes a number will be drawn. Whoever has that number will come in the match. The first
Mm-hmm.
person to score a pinfall or submission on anyone in the
Wins.
ring
Yep.
wins. The match stops. So if there's 50 people, if there's 50 numbers, but MJF pins Briscoe and no one else comes out,
It's
it's over. They don't come out.
So it said that
Yep.
there's up to 21 participants.
Yes, 21 is the max. So up to 20. So there's 21 numbers drawn. We don't know who the other 19 are.
It said timing
No.
is unpredictable for entrance.
It's about 90 seconds.
That's what I thought too. Okay. That was like the
Yeah,
big one I was questioning.
a minute and a half to 2 minutes, something like that. Yeah.
I did not see if there was going to be a Joker this year. Do we know?
Joker doesn't. There's no Joker in the Casino Gauntlet because everyone's a surprise because we don't really know every participant.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So right now,
Yeah.
all we know for the men's Casino Gauntlet is Briscoe, MJF, Mystico, and Ricochet are the only ones who have officially entered and been announced for the men's Gauntlet. However,
Okay.
you guys can fantasy book this, so this one's a hard.
We could have only 2 participants.
We could have 2 or 21. Like they've been pointing out, they've been emphasizing it doesn't matter what number you have. It could be over quick, or it could go until that ring is full of chaos. So Jeff,
Yep.
Rachel, who do you guys think is going to win the men's gauntlet and get that gold? And what do you got for some surprise entrants or some returns?
Okay. So for Rachel, she picked MJF. Kind of hard to pick a winner without knowing all the participants. But she said at the time, if one of the three, because Ricochet wasn't announced yet, was going to, win, she thought MJF had the best chance. Plus, we know with the hurt Syndicate and everything, he's they're trying to get his gold and have his backup and his power. So she went with MJF, which I think is a pretty good pick out of those three. Throwing Ricochet in the mix, I think, adds a little bit better dimension to it because he actually could. I just don't think he has more going in the world heavyweight picture. I don't think he's quite at that tier yet. So, but now for myself, I am going with MJF or Darby Allin. I'm just throwing a tinfoil out there.
Yeah, my man.
So MJF can use this opportunity.
My brother, we get along.
Hey, I figured you got to throw the tinfoil in there. It works. It works. Especially with all this damn storyline and everything else. There's just so many ways everything can go. But I figured this would get MJF right back into the world title picture without having him have to do a lot of legwork to get there. But this would be an awesome time for Darby to come back and get involved in storylines because this would automatically catapult him right into that Death Riders World Championship picture. So I think either way, though, this is going to be a very fun and exciting match. We're going to get to see a lot of showcase stuff, I think. But I don't feel like we're going to go more than probably, I'm going to make a prediction of 7 people when the match is over. 7 entrants is what I'm going with.
I like it.
So I'm even going to add how many. Yep, I'm going to add how many people are even going to be in the match. Maybe I get lucky.
I like it. 7 is a lucky number.
You never know.
All right. And today is 7-Eleven, which is Emily and I's lucky number as well. So
Nice. My number's
and also, if
13,
you're
but
near 7-Eleven, free. Same with my older brother. It works. He was born on Friday the 13th.
nice.
So also, if you're near like 7-Eleven, it's free Squishy Day or Slurpee Day, whatever they're called now. I call it Squishy
Yes.
Day Simpsons, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think it's Slurpee still.
So Emily, what would you say? Who is going to win the gauntlet, and who are some maybe your surprises?
So with MJF and Mark Briscoe starting out the match, we know it's going to be, a lot of trifling by MJF. He's trying to get that quick pin. He already has stated that. Maybe a low blow, maybe some coercion.
Ooh, 16.
How do I say that? Coercion? How do you say that word? Yeah, that big word.
Excuse me.
And then the third entrant has the benefit. Will they team up with Briscoe or will they team up with MJF, or is it an all-around go at it?
You have someone begging you in the comments to say Ricochet.
I do not have Ricochet as my pick.
Oh,
Ooh, sorry, Henry.
I'm wondering, does Mystico get that third entrant because his entrance should be as big as it can be? I say he should have that because I think the first 3 to 4 are going to have the best entrances. Kind of wanting Briscoe's children to walk him out. I don't know why, but that documentary had me all in the feels today. I wasn't crying. You were.
Oh, you were cutting onions, right? Cutting onions.
I was cutting onions. It was so bad. Okay, so I have a couple wild predictions. I'm thinking Bowens could come out Max Caster. I think that the Beast Mordos could come out. We could have Jack Perry and Kill Switch. Juice. We could have the Guns. Sky. Scorpio Sky. We could have Cedric.
Cedric signed to TNA.
Oh, damn you. I forgot about
Yep,
that.
he did. Yep.
Okay. And also, did you know a hand injury takes up to 6 months to heal?
Well,
We
don't
could
know what
see
kind.
Jay White.
We don't know what kind of hand injury. See, the thing is, that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hand injuries can be anything from soft tissue, small little breaks, to full blown breaks. I didn't mean to rhyme that. So, are you going to go with
It
Ronda?
worked.
Because Ronda's saying Jay White.
So I think Jay White comes back, but I think MJF is going to win this to continue that little path with the Hart Syndicate getting all the gold. And I think that Max Caster eats this pin.
I was going to say, you were excited all day to tell me that you knew who was taking the pin.
I
so
think
like,
Max Caster takes the pin because it makes the most sense. He is the one that can afford to take it out
imagine
of
he tries to pin
anybody.
Bowens first.
Yep, that's probably what.
No,
And I think 11
How many?
people.
11.
There you go. Good job.
Thinking 11 people.
Okay,
My lucky number.
So
nice.
in the gauntlet, 47% of our poll said MJF. I'm going against
Wow.
you guys, and I'm going against the poll. I am not going with MJF here. I know it's probably the choice. I know it's probably the safe bet, but I don't want to go safe. I don't want to go safe.
So who are you picking?
Who am I picking to win the whole thing? Jay White.
Yep.
I'm agreeing with Ronda here. I think Jay White wins this whole thing. I think he comes back.
Why'd you argue that hand injury could take longer if you were going to say it anyway?
I said it could take shorter or longer. But
What about that
Cheers,
Darby?
guys. Bullshit.
I thought that at first, but I'm saving Darby for a little bit later here.
Same.
I got you.
So I think it is Jay White, and I think some of my surprises. I think Keith Lee. I think we get Keith Lee return. It's Texas. He said he's cleared, so I think we get Keith Lee coming back. I think we also get Michael Oku. I think Michael Oku is one of the surprise in the Battle Royal as well. I think maybe we get a Hammerstone. I think we're going to get people we haven't seen before. And then obviously the typical, the Ricochet that's been announced, the Mystico. I do see a Bowens and Caster and Mordos. But I could also see someone that nobody's mentioned coming back to the casino. I even looked on the poll. Not one person has mentioned Chris Jericho could enter the gauntlet as a surprise.
Not yet.
Yeah, he could.
It's not his time, man.
I didn't say he was going to win it, but I could say he could enter it to a huge pop.
I don't think
He
it's
could,
the
yeah.
huge pop he's looking for.
I think so. He's been gone long enough. I'm saying.
So last year there were 12 men in the all-in.
And my
gauntlet.
number is, I'm going to go with Jeff's lucky number of 13.
Nice.
And that was 12 that makes me feel better. So there's 12 entrants in all in 2024.
Yes.
Okay.
The one where Christian Cage won with Luchasaurus' help or Killswitch's help.
Yep.
No. Yes.
Wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was.
As long as we don't have that awful cash-in angle again.
That was bad.
Because the reason why I think Jay White gets it, Jay White was one of the first people promised the title shot by Hangman. That's why I think Jay White takes it. Back at Full Gear, he basically said, if you help me, I'll give you the first touch. So Jay White's owed a title shot by Hangman. Jay White, Hangman got history in New Japan. You could easily build that first story for Hanger. You could easily get Jay White back in that title picture. And with the Bang Bang Gang supporting him, I see Juice coming back as well. I think that would be cool. Like Juice coming in, all crazy, honeycomb looking dude, running down the ramp, making his facial expressions. The place would go nuts. So,
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would.
if he comes back,
He
I'm
looked
going to be a sad panda.
Hey, he looked the same on the cruise.
Oh, he did.
Okay, Henry. I guess Henry.
I think we've convinced Henry to change his answer to Jay White, but I think there's some good answers. Some of the ones that everyone's picked is MJF, Briscoe, Mystico. Jay White was popular. Darby was number 2 for write-in, but Ricochet got some votes. So I know Henry looked for Ricochet. So, but 4% of people said Ricochet. So there was some hope. But now the one that I'm confused on the most, except I have a real good feeling who I think is going to win it. the Women's Casino Gauntlet. Now, the known participants as of now, we know number 1 is Statlander, number 2 is Bane. Tony Khan announced today that Thunder Rosa and Athena are also in it. We don't know what numbers they have. So we really only know the 4 participants, but we don't know the order. So again, we'll ask who's going to win. We'll ask the numbers for this one again, too. So, Jeff, who's going to win the Women's Casino Gauntlet? Who do you have for some surprises? And I just stuttered a lot.
That's okay. But Rachel, kind of same thing with that men's, without knowing all the participants, and then the later announcement of Thunder Rosa and Athena, which she really didn't have time to process that. But she chose Chris. That's probably her favorite out of Megan and out of her and Megan. So that's who she chose, and I don't know. She just felt kind of that maybe Chris is closer than Megan is as far as to that women's world title picture. So. Now we're going to keep it in Jeff and Rachel fashion, and I'm choosing Megan Bain or Britt Baker. I'm doing the whole fucking tinfoil on that one because all her publicity lately about not going to resign and all this other stuff I keep seeing all the time about Britt Baker. It's like, well, why is Britt Baker all of a sudden so relevant in social media? Why? She hasn't been fucking for months. Now all of a sudden she's fucking everywhere and she's the talk of the town. So you'd be stupid not to fucking use her. So I'm putting the Megasis keeps her momentum going with her if she possibly wins. But I feel this is a great opportunity to get Britt back in the picture very quick. It would also dispel the rumors of her leaving AEW. Either way, this should be a fun match, and I hope they showcase some of the women's talent. So yeah, I'm going Megan Bain or Britt Baker.
Ooh, Jesse's saying the winner is Britt Baker. I like that. And then Elena Black
Nice.
Corey Jade. That would be interesting too.
Yep. She could do a one-off at
What do you
worst.
think for a number? Rhonda's saying 12 to 13 women.
I'm going to go higher on the women because there's more. Well, I said 7 for men, so I'm going to go 13. Yeah, and I'm going to go 13 for women because with there being more men's matches available on this card, I feel like they definitely need to showcase more women and definitely get them, the exposure and the showcase that they deserve. Because they got 2 matches, and 3 if you count this, but that's still not, not half. So I feel like this will definitely get a chance to showcase more and more of the women. So I'm going with 13 women with Britt Baker or Megan Bain winning.
I love it. I love it. And I kind of know where Emily's going because she's been talking about this all week because she loves these matches. But Emily, now you got to tell everyone who's winning and who are some of your surprises.
Complete curveball. I think Queen Emanata takes this.
Oh, okay.
I think she's really been prominent and showcased lately. I think that she's really rised up to the challenges, and it's been a while since we've seen her face Toni Storm. I would love, love, love to see this happen, and Megan Bain already faced Toni Storm a couple months ago. I'm sorry, it's time for someone else. Like you, keep being relevant, but it's time for someone else to chase the title. I want to see Megan Bain take the tag team championships eventually as well. So, that's kind of what I'm holding out for with her. Someone that I think could show up is Sheeta, Lady Frost. A lot of the tag division that we want to see potential with the tag division for. Does
Sky
Maria
Blue,
Shafir
Julia
make an
Hart.
appearance?
Yes.
Sky Blue.
Ooh, I like that.
We've got Billy Starks.
Billy Stark's a good one. So who's your
Willow.
pick? I'm sorry.
Queen.
Queen. I like it.
And I have a really wild theory.
What's that?
So say my pick is 17. 17 women come out. Athena was number 18. She gets fucked over.
Oh, no, that's not nice. The door's over here.
I think
that's not nice.
What if Athena is the last number that doesn't get called?
No.
Hey, I mean,
everyone thinks Athena's taking it. So what if she doesn't get to take it?
I like where your head's at, Emily.
Story coming into AEW, I had that chance. That was my opportunity. Tinfoil me. Tinfoil. That was my opportunity. I got robbed.
Instead of using name brand tinfoil, you just use Dollar Tree tinfoil. That hurt.
I'm the one that gives you a paper cut. When you try and cut it, you drop it and it cuts your hand open.
Yeah, yours instead of having the little razor on it, you have to rip it all awkwardly because it doesn't have the little metal thing to cut it. Well, I'm gonna make Henry happy because I've said since the beginning this is Athena's gauntlet to win. So Henry, I'm agreeing with you. I've said this. I wrote it down in my notes. Athena and Cam has also said Athena is taking this gauntlet. The fallen goddess. Right now, she is fighting Thunder Rosa as we do this show. I think she loses her title tonight. And even if she doesn't, I think Athena gets this, and I think she has that moment where she's gonna have that contract, so she can just bide and take her time. But Athena wins this gauntlet. Now, for my surprises, Jeff took my big one. Have been saying Britt Baker for a bit too. I agree with you. Strike with the Iron Tut. Any publicity is good publicity in wrestling, regardless of how it keeps you in line. Her name is trending. Who cares if it's trending because of Dirt Sheets getting it wrong? She's trending. Capitalize on that momentum. She'll get a huge pop. I agree. Sheeta was another one that I had.
I like Sheeta.
Surprise entrance that I
Yes.
see.
Oh, I would love that.
That would be awesome.
So I saw in the comments too.
Ooh, that'd be a good one too.
Get that. Billy Starks, like you said. But I was really trying to think, like,
What about Harley?
I don't know if she's cleared. I could see Harley come back. They did show her on that commercial. I could see her coming back, but there's just someone else that I've been thinking of for a while that we haven't heard much of and would get a massive pop. What if Hater's number 3? You have Megan Bain and Chris Statler in the ring, and then Hater comes out.
I
That'd
don't
be
know how
good.
long her injury costs
We don't.
her.
Yeah, but we don't know how long at all. And I honestly feel like there's a lot of smoke screens that come out. I think that whenever there's news that comes out of, oh, there's father and son titles made, or this person has an injury, I think there's purposely smoke screens on how long these things are, so people can't say, well, it's a 6-month injury, so they're going to be back at this pay-per-view. I think it's one of those, sometimes wrestlers are just banged up, and they get, hey, why don't you take a couple weeks off, you have some nagging injuries. Doesn't mean it has to be a devastating, long-term injury. But I could see someone like Hater come back, because could you imagine Hater in one corner, Bane in the other corner, and Statlander, all three of them, the 3 powerhouses, and then my last prize, Camille, coming at number 4, and you have the 4 beastiest women standing across from them with a holy shit chance going in the crowd because you have the 4 biggest women ready to just throw down.
What about Willow?
I also forgot to mention Wardlow is my other surprise for the men's gauntlet.
Oh, I forgot about
Willow,
that.
I think Willow's definitely in there because I'm going high too in this one. I'm saying 18. I'm going to go Alice Cooper 18, and I like it. I think 18 is. I agree with you. I think they're going to showcase more women in this match. I think they keep teasing that it could be over quick, or the number. I don't like that you said 17 teams, so I'm one-upping you. It's an 18 because I don't want Athena to be left out. I think Athena comes in pretty early.
And I want to defend this for a quick second. I saw in the comments, Rhonda, don't get me wrong, she did say she's getting an all-in moment. But what if that moment is her throwing a tissy fit afterwards?
I don't want the Chelsea
She's just
green.
so upset. She's so mad. She comes out and beats the shit out of the winner. I don't know. I really want to see something shocking happen with it to progress that.
If she wasn't retired, I think she'd be awesome. And rumors that she might be signed, but what if Gail Kim's not signed anywhere just for a one-off? I'm going to throw some wicked tinfoil. What if we get a one-off Gail Kim moment?
Wow.
But
that'd be interesting.
It's hard to fantasy book that. It's hard to book that in general. But another one that's going to be hard for me because I've overtalked this and I've rationalized this to death, and we're going to be doing our live watch along of this tomorrow.
So tune in whenever this comes on. We will be here.
Kenny Omega versus Kazuchika Okada 5 for the first time in 7 years for the unified title, merging the histories, keeping the lineage of both the Continental Championship and the International title. Match of the decade, match of the year potential right here. The match that I am more excited than any other match on this card. I'm sorry, I'm a Kenny Omega mark. Jeff, Rachel, who's winning? Is Okada nodding this up at 2-2, or is Omega taking that 3-2 lead?
So Rachel thinks Omega is taking the lead, and she also said it's going to be a great match. That's the notes I got. I like it though. She did keep. Ooh, good job, Rhonda, on that one. I like that one too. That would be a great time for her to come out in that gauntlet for the women. So now for mine.
My notes too.
This one was definitely, I feel like, the toughest one to predict. Now, I will say this: us as fans, will be the real winners of this match. This is probably the match of the night and definitely a match of the year probably candidate. I want to tend to lean towards Kenny winning for certain reasons, for some different storylines, and because of the, him coming out and saying, "Oh, retirement might be coming up. I got this time left, and this and that." But I want Okada to win. I want heel Okada to win, and I want him to further this storyline because if Okada wins, we get this again. There's got to be a clear winner.
Mm-hmm.
So, in my opinion, as a fan and being selfish, I want Okada to win. So then that way they got to fucking do it again. Because I'm sorry, I feel like if Kenny wins this, you're never going to see them wrestle again unless it's a multi-man match or something that's not as important or high stakes. So the selfish person in me, that's a wrestling fan, wants Okada to win so that we can have one more time of this before they're both done. So I'm going Okada, bitch.
Yes. Right. Emily, I know this is hard for you, but you just recently watched all 4. You've seen the matches.
You can watch them with me. Did you know that?
Yeah, you can. You can check them out on YouTube. You can see your first-time reactions, but you saw them. You've experienced this. You understand the stakes. You understand they know each other. Knowing what you know, Rainmaker, One Wing Angel. What's gonna happen?
We've seen tables. We've seen barricades. Endless finishers attempted. Always maneuvered around. Never kicked out of. So here's the thing. Did Kenny ever kick out of the Rainmaker?
Yes.
Yes. Did Omega ever kick out of the One-Winged Angel?
No.
No.
Nope.
Omega, baby. Right
Yep.
there. I think Omega
it's
takes
starting
this.
now.
It's not going to be easy. He knows he has to go quick. If he doesn't get the match over with quickly, that's when Okada gains his speed. Okada's more of like a slow burner versus Kenny Omega, who's very able to get right in and get it done. That's why Omega won the 30-minute versus Okada.
I like it. And I like. Look at you using the matches, using their history. I love it. See, this is why we watch them, because there's going to be beautiful callbacks. Now,
if I don't see a New Japan table, is there a miss?
Here's the crazy part: 75% Omega, 75% Omega, 25% Okada on the winner take all on the polls.
Because they're just thinking with their heart. They're just thinking with their heart.
I have him right here on my desk, which is where I work every day. But I'm sorry, I have to go against Omega. I never wanted to do this. But the Rainmaker is going to reign supreme. Because I agree with Jeff. Selfishly, we're getting another match. And they need to knot the series up. It needs to be 2-2. So that way, the last time they fight, there's going to be a true winner. And Okada is better when he has gold. When he has something to defend, he steps his game up. The last time it took 2 out of 3 falls, Okada got the first fall. Okada pushed him to his limit, got 60 minutes. Yes, no one's kicked out of the One Wing Angel yet. But can you imagine if Okada kicks out of the One Wing Angel? I'm not saying I want it to happen. But can you imagine if he kicks out of the one, and he's the first person in AEW to kick out of it? Kenny Omega would be in such disbelief. It would be such a great story. I can't go against Omega, but I'm going to. I'm saying Okada for the record. It hurts to say, but it's Okada.
I don't know him.
They're setting it up. It's just like he wanted to not see Athena. So I mean, it happens.
Yep.
But the Rainmaker takes it, and I think it's that story because we don't know what the Continental Classic is going to be. What if Kenny enters the Continental Classic this year, and the prize is he gets to face Okada again? So you almost mirror him winning the G1 to face Okada again. What if they that's another way they can mirror their history? AEW knows their history. They'll call back their history. You said best of 6. I can see that 6 match happening. What if it's Wrestle Kingdom? What if they run it back one more time? Like, do it to, hey, here you go one more time. Okada wins as much as I'd love. And if Omega wins, I'll be happy because I'm a huge Omega mark. I'm the first one to say it. I have more Omega shit than I probably know what to do with. I think it's Okada.
Yeah, like I said, it's that selfish wrestling fan in us that wants to see another match of this. So,
It is, especially after rewatching those 4 matches and just
yep.
seeing how great they were. It's hard
Mhm.
to not want to relive that magic as much as you can. Appreciate you, Henry.
And we
I tried.
and we know it's coming close. They're both getting older, so
I'm
it's
so
not
sorry.
something they're going to be able to continue forever. So both of you are.
Rhonda is on Emily's side.
That's okay. That's okay.
I love it. I
And
love it.
I'm fine. I'm
All
fine
right.
with Omega winning
This
too, but
this one is hard for me though.
this one was tough too. So, all right,
This one
starting
I'm
off with
conflicted
Rachel.
on. This one.
So
So
Rachel has her heart pick, which is Toni, but her real pick is Mercedes Monet. She thinks Monet is going to win, even though she doesn't really need another title. She just thinks she's going to keep her streak going. So, but of course, in typical Rachel and Jeff fashion, Jeff is going to keep it timeless, baby. Keep it timeless. It's time for Monet to lose and for Toni to show that she is the fucking woman. Additionally, Monet does not need any more championships that she is not defending on a regular basis. If Monet wins, then there needs to be a very solid and well thought out storyline in place for her reign. And then also, who would be next for the TBS or heavyweight championship then? So I just feel like would be too much. I mean, we're already not seeing her defend half the titles she has. So what's the point of her just hogging everything? It's going to be a great match, though. I will say
Correction,
that. It
Jeff.
is
She
going to be a
does
great
defend
match.
them. She goes to the other promotions.
Yeah, we
I don't
don't get
want
to
her
see
to
it.
win, but I'm saying it now. Monet does defend those other titles. But we don't see it. You're right. We don't see it, but she is in other promotions defending those
Right.
titles. Don't be like the haters, Jeff. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Well, it's more so her TBS. That
So,
one we don't get to see her defend very much. That's more
yes.
so, you know what I mean? You can defend your other titles all the time, but you can't defend the one that's on television. I mean, I have storylines and whatnot,
damn,
but
did Matt just spell Tony 3 different ways?
yes, he did.
All right.
So I got a lot to break down.
Oh boy, what we got?
Yep.
So this match has been brewing for a while. They said that Monet has been traveling, collecting all these championships, and it puts the stakes so high. However, I think she's taking on more than she can handle. The last time we saw Toni Storm lose a title, she went on a downward spiral. She went MIA. She ran off to Stardom, teamed up with Mina, did some stuff over there. I believe she went to Mexico, did a match over there versus Catalina, if I'm
Yep, and
correct.
lost. I
You
know
can
she
correct me if
lost
I'm
in
wrong, guys.
Mexico.
Yeah. And she played her biggest role to date, according to her. She played herself. She came back a very different person, but come to find out, she was herself all along. Toni played all of us. And I want to point out when she showed up in Japan, she had a little touch of red on the strap of her gear. And then it slowly started building up to more and more. She had a robe that was red. And now when Toni comes out, a lot of her wardrobe is prominently red versus the black and white that we were used to seeing. And in movies, red is used to draw attention to specific characters, give emotional depth, and reinforce thematic elements used to address escape and emotions. So where Toni's been very movie-esque, I feel like this was just something I wanted to point out, and I've talked about it for the last couple days. So I just wanted to kind of go into more detail about what I've meant about the red coloring and red herring.
So, well, I don't know if a red herring would work here, but who's gonna win?
Timeless Toni Storm.
Okay.
She's not going back on that downward spiral. Mercedes Moné has the belts, like Jeff said. I'm good.
So, real quick, a little bit of news. Athena has retained her championship Thunder Rosa has lost to Athena is still your forever Ring of Honor Women's Champ. That just literally changed my prediction of this whole damn match. I like that you put the thematic of the red. I like that you put the symbolism that it is true that the red is, especially in film noir, like the dark films and the films, red is a symbol of anger too. And you said 21 on a downfall, and she not disappeared. MIA was the word you used.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to see it again. I agree. I don't think we want to see that. But I want to say hey to Jamal. He's right next to Glow.
Hey, Jamal.
Big day tomorrow as well. But it's also going to be a big day for Mercedes, just not winning the title. I want Timeless. I was going to say Mercedes if Athena lost, because originally I thought Athena was going to win the gauntlet and challenge Mercedes pretty much right away. I thought we were going to get the Jade Cargill Statlander ending with Mercedes. Mercedes was going to win. It was going to be this big celebration, and then Athena was going to come out, and she was going to dethrone her in Texas. But now Athena's still forever champs. That kind of throws a little monkey wrench in my plans here, a little curveball.
Right.
So I'm going to go with Timeless. I'm going to go with my heart. I'm going to agree with Matt that CEO can go. I think she has enough belts. I think she already got thrown all those belts whenever. I think they're playing the 7 deadly sins to go with that thematic. I think she's being gluttonous. And I think what better way to serve up some punishment than a good old Texas ass whooping than Timeless Toni Storm. I think she retains, and our polls are showing 50-50 as well. So
damn.
Timeless Toni retaining.
Nice. Now, I do want to point out something.
Suzanne. I was wondering the same thing.
Bodyguard. Oh, okay.
What's that, Jeff?
Gotcha. So I was going to bring something up with Emily's point about the color red and then her little deep dive into it. So we've had Toni doing the Carmen San Diego kind of bit with the hat and jacket, red. Now, I knew that and whatever else, but then after hearing Emily explain about the red and the different meanings and whatnot, it kind of also makes me wonder if she's kind of showing her, okay, I'm doing Carmen San Diego, bitch, because I've traveled the fucking world too. You ain't the only motherfucker, And then also, like you said, it makes you stand out. Also, like you were saying, and brings attention, and the different movie theatrical type things. So I'm wondering if there's multi meanings of that color red she's doing, and it's very intentional. So, and have a great time, Jamal. It's got to be an awesome vibe down there, man. So enjoy.
I love it. I love that you're both pointing out like how she embodies different characters and mannerisms. And again, I agree with Henry. I think Emily has everyone rethinking their pick now. Emily's changing the world.
I already had my pick.
Alex mentioned it in the comments earlier. Before we get to the main event, I want to point it out. This has been, and I feel like we say it all the time, but I'm going to 100% mean this time. This has been the hardest fucking match to predict. This has been the hardest matches because we can literally make a case for both winners on almost every match. That's good booking. That is good storytelling. That is good wrestling. And that's what I'm excited for, because even this match, you can make a case for both men that'll make sense. You can make a case for both men that'll be impactful. But it's time for the main event. And are we going to get the Rise of Cowboy shit, or is Jon Moxley going to be end still?
Okay, so Rachel and still. She has Jon Moxley. She said it is going to be a. Yep. Oh, and look at her. Ha ha. She just commented even. She said it's going to be a bloody match with a lot. I know, with a lot of foreign objects and some interference by the Death Riders to seal the deal. So, Jeff and Rachel agreeing this time. And still, don't get me wrong, I love me some cowboy shit. This is going to be a bloody and super physical match with both guys putting everything on the line. Don't get me wrong. But how do the Death Riders, Ops, and the others play into the outcome of this match? I would love to see Hangman win and fulfill his little, life and story arc he has going on right now. But I just don't think he's the one to dethrone Mox and the Death Riders, and especially tomorrow. So I feel like it could be that Darby, Jay White, Brian Danielson, or somebody like that that ends this. This storyline deserves a big payoff, and I just feel like this is close. I just feel like we're still not there, and I do feel like whenever they
I like
open
it.
the briefcase, it's going to be a fucking toy belt. It's going to be a replica belt in the
Toy belt.
case.
That's the best.
Yep, it's going to be a replica belt.
I like Hangman.
So
I like Henry here too. If Hangman loses, we riot. I'll just riot my house, but I'll still do it. I'm gonna go on Twitter.
I mean, like I said, don't get me wrong. I love cowboy shit, but man, I would love to see his arc get fulfilled. But I don't know. I feel like this could go too many different ways. So yeah, I'm gonna have to be the weirdo too and go with Moxley. I love Emily's face right now. That mouth agape. She's like,
If you're watching Ring of Honor, you know why I just made that face.
Everything.
Bandito.
That's not
uh
Bandito.
Oh,
oh.
that's not Bandito?
No.
I saw like the mask underneath the mask.
No. Oh wait, that is
See,
Bandito. Just kidding.
I was like, I saw the
Okay.
mask under the
But yeah,
mask. It's Bandito.
she was shocked because of you, and she got distracted. Bandito's got an awesome headdress on for his entrance gear. Wow,
I'm
Matt,
Nice.
you're with
over
Jeff
you.
too.
All of you
Dude, it was
from
just.
heart.
Oh my god, Emily. So you got to tell me who you think.
I just think that it's not quite there yet. I mean, I just feel like it's not quite there yet. That's my only hang up on Hangman winning. Is I just feel like it's just not quite right. I feel like there's just something else that could be more. I, I don't know. So
You know what's going to prove you wrong right now?
What do you got?
Mongo, how many matches has Hangman won that was a Texas death match?
Hangman is 4-1 in Texas Death Matches, and Moxley is 0-2.
0-2. Oh, he's
Yep.
never won a Texas death match.
third time's the charm.
He's not going to.
Third time's the charm.
No, not in this case. Moxley is going
One,
down. It is time
three.
for the Death Riders to go away for a minute.
I agree
We
with
are
that.
going to see
I definitely agree with that
potential-
statement.
Like, so here's the thing. This match, he has nobody but Marina by his side for this because the Death Riders are all going to be broken and hurt after their match. The Ops are going to be
Shit.
beating shit out of them.
They're
aren't
coming out
gonna
with
be
their
able to
belts.
Be there. So, no. No.
I picked the Death Riders. I'm sorry. I picked the Death Riders. Now you know why I said that earlier because I was building the story.
And then to go with the Bucks, again, progressing this. So if this match is later on in the show, a lot could affect it. If the Bucks don't have their EVP title, or if they do, that could affect them. And then
Very
you've
true.
got, I mean, multiple people could come out. I personally want to say that Darby Allin is going to repel from the ceiling. I want to see him come back from the tallest tower. I want to see him come back from the tallest damn mountain. I want to see this man come back during this match, and I want to see it bigger than ever. I want Darby just phenomenally coming down. I want to see that Titantron or whatever, the TV in the background, whatever we're going to call it, showcasing his Everest videos.
You can say.
Yeah, the Jumbotron. I want to see so many different elements coming into Darby coming down for this and helping Hangman Page win.
All right, so we're going to go to the polls first before I give you mine, because mine's a little all over the place, because that's just me. Big shocker, I know. 80% Hangman to 20% Mox.
Now you know why I voted Moxley.
I understand what you all are saying about this isn't the crescendo. This isn't the peak, the climax. What a lot of innuendos tonight, Matt. Are you okay? We're now at climax. We've added that to everything else we got on the top of our stream. But I think it's Hangman's time. I think I'm locking down Hangman because Swerve, I agree with Jesse, Swerve is helping Hangman. But I think it is kind of that Avengers ending. I think everyone's going to kind of go together to take down the Death Riders. You're going to have Darby come back. You're going to have
Brian.
Daniel. You're going to have Sting. Okay, Sting is going to have a cameo. Whether he comes out and just clocks someone with a bat, you're gonna have Sting. You're gonna
He
have
brings the
Bryan
snow
Danielson.
for Darby's entrance.
You're gonna have Darby. You're gonna have everyone. You're pretty much everyone that he's wronged. Copeland is gonna come. You're gonna see everyone who he's wronged because Moxley is running scared right now. This is the most adversity he's faced since Full Gear. The only person who has beaten him cleanly is Hangman. And I
Right.
almost feel like, yes, it's a story because I know you're saying that maybe the Death Riders aren't done, but that's because I think there's still more to the Death Riders story because I think I agree with you. They're going to open that briefcase. It's not going to be a toy belt. It's going to be a smash belt because they're going to have a brand new belt made. I think we're getting a new belt.
Something along
I
the
think
lines,
the belt's
yes.
smashed up.
Which
Because
that's
Emily's
terrible,
been
though.
along the lines that has been empty since November.
Oh, yeah.
So Marina carries that thing around. I know she's strong as fuck, but Marina carries that around like it's weightless.
And then 14% of the people on the poll said there's nothing in there. Some of the things that people have said are in the briefcase are the shredded title, the shredded papers from the Bucks, like whatever they were shredding, a contract, nothing, the actual belt, a toy belt, a fake
That was
version
me.
of the belt,
Yep.
a brand new AEW belt, and then there was two other people who said Smash, which one of them was me. So
You know what else I heard? Designs for a new belt was one that I heard, and something else was an IOU to do a throwback to something.
oh, that was just me joking around doing the IOUs. Like, hold on to this one. It's a keeper from Dumb and Dumber. That was me. But yeah, I think Hangman takes it, but I could see your point. I don't want Mox to take it because I feel like
Yeah.
I don't know if the perception. I think All In has historically been the pay-per-view where a lot of the happy endings happen, where All Outs were like the season resets. So I think
Right.
that's why we could get the happy cowboy shit moment at all. But then again, they could swerve because you're expecting the happy-go-lucky moment. So
And that's my
this
thing,
is
yes.
hard. Henry said it earlier. This is why I love you because you change your answers. I'm sticking with Hangman. I think it's cowboy shit time. His first title run was derailed, unfortunately, for reasons. I think he deserves a battle title run. I think he can get it. You can still work Darby in with this angle. Two originals who've barely faced each other could go at it eventually. They have a built-in story. Darby said he didn't want the title right now. I think that's
I
a
heard
smoke
that.
screen. I think he wants Hangman to get the title because he doesn't want to go against Moxley again because the last time he went against Moxley, he got destroyed. But he could beat someone like Hangman. So Hangman takes it. I could see your point, but it's definitely Hangman taking that belt and opening that briefcase to utter disappointment that it's a smashed or replica or nothing.
Yeah.
So that's some of the crazy predictions we have, and that's some of the crazy boldness we have. But what I am curious, is there anything you forgot to mention, or is there any surprises that you might see? I know I earlier forgot Wardlow. Is there any surprise or anything else that you forgot to mention that could happen at All In, or any type of segments or anything that you think?
No, I think I covered a lot of mine because I included most of my tinfoil hats right away. You know, I mean, like I said, we could have the Jack Perry and the Hook and, Danielson and Darby. And it's so wide open for all of that. And then some of the ladies, though, that I didn't think about, like the Camille one I heard earlier, that was really awesome. And that would be a great one to see. You know what I mean? Because she doesn't need anything to all of a sudden be thrust into this casino battle royal. So I would really, really like to see Camille come back and have a spot in there. That would be one I would say.
I think she's filming right now, but I think a little bit of a spot would be fine. Yeah, like a spot would be great.
No, I heard
maybe a one-off or something.
So you never know. Yeah, I mean, just to show the world she still exists. So, I mean, yeah, there's a lot to unpack here. I am definitely excited for this show. Thank you, Jeff, for coming on tonight and doing these predictions. He literally did it after his softball game, ladies and gentlemen. So
that is dedication.
That is dedication.
Yeah.
On here live.
I'm in my car.
His vehicle. He hasn't even gone home for dinner yet.
Nope.
But he came
Nope.
to wrestling, and we definitely appreciate that. It's been fun doing these predictions. I'm excited for this show, so I hope everyone enjoys it. make sure you tune into our page tomorrow, right when the Omega Okada match. Watch along live with us, and then enjoy the show, enjoy All In, because I think it's going to be the pay-per-view of the year. It starts at 3 p.m. You can't say there's too many matches, and it ends at midnight because it's probably going to be over by like dinner time. So pretty much, if you're on the East Coast, it'll be over by dinner time. If you're on the West Coast, it's going to be over by like lunchtime. So enjoy the
Stay
show. It's
tuned
going to
to
be
find
fantastic.
us live.
There you go. And I'm going to have to be a little late on all that because I got a softball game at 1 p.m. Central Time tomorrow. So unfortunately, I might be playing when the pay-per-view starts, but I will be watching it watching it as soon as I can. So, and that was one of the reasons I really wanted to come on here. I love being on the show. I love you guys. And I knew this was going to be a great show to talk about because there was just so much stuff. So I was really excited, to really talk about it. So, and thank you, Matt. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. And thank you very much for tuning in. We appreciate it. Enjoy the show, everyone. Have a great night. And remember, always.
I must bid you adieu, goodbye, and good night. Bang! But again, thank you for partying with us. But it's getting late. I must bid you adieu. So from Kenny Omega and Rijo, goodbye, and good night. Bang! Goodbye, and good night.